Psych is an American detective comedy drama television series created by Steve Franks and broadcast on USA Network with syndication reruns on Ion Television. It is produced by Franks and Tagline Television's Chris Henzer and Kelly Kolchak. The series stars James Roday as Sean Spencer, a young crime consultant for the Santa Barbara Police Department whose heightened observational skills and impressive detective instincts allow him to convince people that he solves cases with psychic abilities. The program also stars Dule Hill as Sean's best friend and reluctant partner Burton Gus Guster, as well as Corbin Burnson as Sean's father, Henry, a former officer of the Santa Barbara Police Department. Psych debuted on Friday, July 7, 2006, immediately following the fifth season premiere of Monk, and continued to be paired with the series until Monk's conclusion on December 4, 2009. During the second season, an animated segment titled The Big Adventures of Little Sean and Gus was added to the series. It was the highest-rated U.S. basic cable television premiere of 2006. USA Network renewed the series for an eighth season on December 19, 2012, to include 8 episodes, and ordered 2 more episodes on June 25, 2013, bringing the episode order to 10. On February 5, 2014, USA Network confirmed that the 8th season of Psych would be its last, with the series finale airing on March 26, 2014. Overview. Most episodes begin with a cold open in the form of a flashback to Sean and Gus's childhood. The flashbacks usually involve Sean and Gus being taught a lesson by a young Henry Spencer, who wishes that his son would follow in his footsteps and become a law enforcement officer. These lessons often play a role for the climax of the episode. As a child, Sean was taught by Henry to hone his powers of observation and deduction, often using games and challenges to test him. Each flashback also sets the theme for the episode. Sean originally becomes known as a psychic when, after calling in tips on dozens of crimes covered on the news which help the police to close the case, the police become suspicious of his knowledge. The police theorize that such knowledge could only come from the inside, and they decide to arrest him as a suspect. To avoid being sent to jail, Sean uses his observational skills to convince the police that he is psychic. The interim police chief warns Sean that if his powers are fake, he will be prosecuted. With no choice but to keep up the act, and having proven himself an effective aid to the police in solving crimes, he establishes a psychic detective agency, Psych, and becomes a consultant to the police. Pretending to have psychic powers allows him to engage in strange and comic behavior as he turns real clues into hunches and otherworldly visitations. He enjoys teasing a lifelong friend, Burton Guster, a pharmaceutical representative, about Gus's eclectic interests as they drive around in a blue Toyota Echo nicknamed the Blueberry, solving crimes. Head detective Carlton Lassiter, playfully named Lassie by Sean and Gus, quietly respects Sean's crime-solving skills, but doubts his psychic abilities and is constantly exasperated by his antics. However, Junior Detective Juliet Jules O'Hara and Chief Vic are far less antagonistic, with O'Hara expressing belief in Sean's abilities, while Vic is mum on the subject, and usually willing to give Sean the leeway he needs to solve cases. Henry and Sean have a difficult relationship, but despite this, Henry reluctantly helps Sean on various occasions.